Okay, so this will be like probably the fourth time I've recorded this video, and I'm kind of a little bit over it. So I apologize if I don't feel as invested into this video. I'm also sick right now and not feeling my best, but I just kind of wanted to get through this because I feel like it's been forever since I've uploaded the last final crate. And so probably going to spend a little bit less time on each individual record. And like I said, if I don't sound super animated or into it, it's not because I'm not, it's just because I'm sick. I've done this like 3-4 times already. So just kind of wanting to get through it and move on to the next. So in any case, this bin is kind of a miscellaneous one. Usually my bins will have like a topic or theme to them. Right, so like in the past we had like the old school 90s hip hop. We've had some more like high end like Griselda stuff, Limited, Alchemist, that kind of thing. So this one is a little bit all over the place, and we've got some like electronic, some R&B. There's still some hip hop in here, and then we've also got some stuff like some rock, indie, folk, that kind of stuff. So a little bit of everything in here. And I just kind of wanted to start. There's a few records I've picked up since the last video. I'm running out of space in my bins. And so these are kind of just like the stragglers that I can't really fit in super easily. So I'll just show those off first and then kind of rip through the rest of the bin and just make it quick. So first one here is Slum Village Fantastic 2. And this is a record that kind of recently came into, it's got early J Dilla production and some pretty good rapping performances. As far as this record goes, I would consider it an underground classic, and so would many others. So if you've not heard of or listened to this record, you're a fan of hip hop or just good production in general, this is a fantastic record to listen to. Another kind of underground one, we've got Blue in Exile, Below the Heavens. I think this came out in like 07 or 08. And honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Blue and Exile projects as a whole. There's certainly some quality in there. I've just never kind of been into their style of music, but I think that this record itself is fantastic. Amazing rapping performances, some great and just straightforward production. And every time I listen to this record, it certainly grows on me. So picked up the reissue of this one while I could, because it seems like it's not available super often, and couldn't be happier with how it's turned out so far. This is Cunning Linguists, Little Rap for Food, and again, this is kind of a newer project to me. They did a reissue a couple months back, and I kind of overlooked it. I did listen to the record, but didn't jump on it, and it sold out. And since it had sold out, I kind of went back to the project a few times and re-listened and was really impressed. So ended up grabbing it when they did a small restock a couple weeks ago. So, but yeah, another underrated rap project for sure. Okay, just gonna basically name these off. Stratosphere, Duster. This one's pretty cool. This one is limited at the bottom. Right here it's numbered. Probably not gonna show up very well on camera, but cool record. It's shoegaze, very interesting genre and style of rock music. So I enjoyed that one quite a bit. This next one, Mother Earth's Plantasia. This is just on black. Another fantastic record. Pretty good ambient music. It's really synthy, kind of alien noise. A little bizarre at first, but I think it's also kind of soothing and relaxing in a way. These next two, we've got Aphex Twin. This is the Selected Ambient Works 85 to 92, his original release project. And then this is Richard D. James, his I guess kind of self-titled. That's his real name, not his artist name. Both great electronic projects. I didn't really like them at first, but as I've gone into them, you realize kind of how layered and well produced they are overall. These next two, we've got Gorillas, the self-titled. This one's on black. This Gorillas, Demon Days. This is the Target exclusive. It's on like this kind of purpley color. Real nice pressing. Enjoy that one quite a bit. It's I have the CD in my car, and I've enjoyed listening to that one quite a bit. We've got Vince Staples, his self-titled. This one came back out in 2022, I believe. So this is his most recent project, Dark Times, one of my favorite albums from 2024. And I've been re-listening to that one quite a bit since it came out. And of course had to pick that one up on wax, so great album. This is Portishead's Dummy. Really glitchy, weird trip hop from the 90s. Definitely a little bit bizarre and probably not for everyone, but beautiful record overall. Come to really enjoy that one. This is I Know Nego. This is on like a blue color similar to the blue on the cover. This is kind of a various artists compilation album that Nego put together. He's the creator of Bape, which is a street brand. Lots of fun songs on here, but as an album, it's kind of incohesive. So don't listen to it quite that often, but it's still enjoyable. It's been a fun listen every now and then. This one is a little bit different. So this is called Mokat Doma Etaji. They're a Russian electronic band. I don't know really how you would explain them, but this is kind of like a little bit again electronic. It has kind of that 80s synth pop vibe to it, but also has kind of some darker and more emo elements to it as well. So again, a little bit bizarre, but super atmospheric and enjoyable. This one is Man Alive by King Cruel. This one's on black. We've got the Minecraft soundtrack. This one's on like a green. And if you haven't listened to the Minecraft soundtrack, you're definitely missing out. Arctic Monkeys, Tranquility Base, Hotel and Casino. Just kind of all chill music, all three of those there. Very relaxing for the most part. I actually have not listened to this at all. This is Zach Bryan's self-titled. Got that for my wife and just never listened to it. So it's kind of just sitting in my collection. I've heard good things and I actually should listen to it, but just have not gotten around to that. This one just picked up today actually. This is TV Girls French Exit. It's been out of pressing for a really long time, so definitely wanted to grab the restock on that. We've got the Fugees. This is The Score. Classic 90s hip-hop and R&B album, if you ask me. Lauryn Hill's in there, Pros, Wyclef Jean. This is Lauryn Hill's Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, her only solo effort, and arguably one of the greatest hip-hop or R&B albums of all time. I believe Apple Music put it as their #1 album of all time. So can't stress enough, definitely listen to this one. I'm not going to sit here and stroke the ego of Lauryn Hill, because if you know, you know, but definitely check it out. And then the last from this bunch is Khalid, American Teen. Admittedly, this was kind of one of those high school albums for me. Since then, I've kind of grown off of it, but my wife certainly enjoys it, so picked it up for her, and you know, we'll spin this every once in a while. Not a bad album. I just think that I've kind of grown away from that mainstream pop appeal that a lot of artists are kind of running on right now. We've got SZA's Control. This is on a green pressing. Beautiful album. This one's been in rotation for years now. This is my wife's favorite album, and I enjoy it quite a bit too. So whenever she's wanting to listen to this, usually I'm down. But it's aged very well. I think SZA's gone on to be one of the best R&B artists here of uh, the 2010s and 2020s decade, and continue to put out some pretty consistent and solid releases. Right here we've got Lil Yachty. Let's Start Here, I believe it's called. It's been a while since I've listened to this, but this is his psych rock album that kind of took everyone by surprise. I think that there's a lot of great quality in here. I don't think it's just a simple rip-off of Pink Floyd. Still a very enjoyable album for the most part, and yeah, fun one to listen to. And then this one, a bit different for me. I don't really like movie soundtracks, but Pulp Fiction is one of my favorite films, and this has kind of snippets of the movie audio leading into the tracks that are in the movie. So pretty nostalgic for me. Honestly, I've listened to this like twice. It's not something that I just put on. In all honesty, I'd rather just watch the movie, but being a collector, this is something I felt like I needed, so picked that one up. So this is Steve Lacy's Gemini Rights. Honestly, I haven't dove too far into Steve Lacy's entire discography. I know it's not a lot of music, but this is really the only project I've listened to aside from some singles, and I really do enjoy this album quite a bit. I need to go back to it because it's been probably about a year since I've listened to it the full way through, but culturally I feel like this one was all over TikTok, at least some of the songs, and not that that makes this good music, but it definitely was everywhere when it came out, and so very much appreciate this album. It's a fun one to listen to. This next one, another one from my wife. This is Briston Maroney. I believe this one's Carnival. It's an EP. There's just a few songs on here that we both really like. It's kind of sappy and definitely have to be in the right mood for it, but it's enjoyable. This one's on black. And then this next one is Lahai by Sampha. One of my favorite albums from 2023. It's kind of an R&B experimental album. I guess if I had to put it into simple terms, but it's much more than that as well. And definitely so much great storytelling and expression here. Sampha is truly one of those underrated artists. We've got Katrin Mine, Katrinata and Amine's collab album. This one's on a blue pressing. Pretty fun album, not perfect, but still enjoyable. We've got 99.99%, another Katrin Mine album, super enjoyable. And then we've got Bubba, another Katrinata album. This one's also on black. Pretty good, solid dance, pop production there. MGMT, Oracular Spectacular. Great 2000s pop, whatever you want to call it. It's a little experimental. Wish I had more time to talk about this one, but my battery is about to die. This is Jay Dilla's Donuts. Easily like top 5 album of all time for me. I want to get the other cover where it's like the donut shop, but cannot say enough about this album. Beat Tape. This is Introducing by DJ Shadow on black. Sade's Love Deluxe. Probably one of my favorite R&B albums of all time. Beautiful album. Grows on me with every listen. This is like another one of those holy trinity of R&B albums. Voodoo by D'Angelo. This is the VMP pressing, and it's on like a smoky gray. Beautiful, it sounds fantastic. Got D'Angelo's Brown Sugar. This is on a white pressing. Great freshman album. This is Blonde. This is an official pressing, and this is just on standard black. Animal Collective by Animal Collective's Merriweather Post Pavilion. This is another one of those weird pop experimental albums from the 2000s. King Gizzard, Notagon Infinity. This is on like a black, red, yellow, green, super bizarre pressing, but it's really cool. We got Polygon Dwanaland. This is on like white, blue, red, and yellow. It's like all quartered off. Another rock album by them. This is King Gizzard's Flying Microtonal Banana. It's got like a highlighter green pressing. Wish I could talk more about that one too, but look it up. It's just cool how they were able to make the music with microtones and a pitch shifted guitar. Paper Mache Dream Balloon. This is on like yellow and orange, also by King Giz. Confess the Rat's Nest. This is on like a black and red by King Giz. And then we've got a couple boots. So this is Endless by Frank Ocean. I don't remember what it's pressed on, but it doesn't matter, it's a boot. Channel Orange. I'd like to get the official Endless pressing, but I'll have to make a lot more money than I currently am if that's gonna happen, just because it's a little bit pricey. Peach Pit, You and Your Friends. This is on black, great summertime album. And then the last batch here, got Pure Heroin by Lord. This is a fun one. Brings back a lot of high school memories. Tame Impala. This is called Currents. I love this album cover. One of my favorites. And then we've got the Lumineers. My wife and I went to a Lumineers concert a couple years ago. She's a big fan. And honestly, wasn't huge into this kind of music, but you know, kind of got into it when I was at the concert. So this is their self-titled. This is on black. This is the Bright Side album, which is the one that they were touring for at that time. And yeah. Then the last album here is Black Pumas. They're self-titled. Great soul, kind of R&B blend. Even a little bit of rock in here. And this is on white. So this will be bin number 5, I believe. Sorry, this one's a little bit shorter this time. Just wanted to make sure I could fit it all in with the battery dying, and then, you know, being that I've done this like 3 or 4 times, it's just one of those things I kind of wanted to get over with. But that's bin number 5. Last bin is like classic rock and modern rock. So excited to show that to you, and then we'll be done with the collection.